there are two types of mindfulness. Doesn't that sound kind of strange in a way? Hi, David Essel here. Over the years, mindfulness and living in the moment and all those kind of things have become so popular. I think the Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh is one of the leaders in mindfulness. Of course, Eckhart Tolle is huge in mindfulness. I believe because of Eckhart Tolle, I really believe it happened this way, that, other individuals like Deepak and Oprah and those started talking more about mindfulness. But, mindfulness has two sides to it, just like almost every feeling, emotion in the world has the opposite. We call it the yin to its yang. And mindfulness is the same way. So I want to talk about the two different types of mindfulness, and they both can be extremely powerful in life. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the greatest ways to become grounded in life is to be incredibly mindful. But most of us are literally unmindful. We have so much coming at us, news, our neighbors talking about the latest COVID thing coming from Europe. We've got kids practice. We've got financial challenges. We might be facing relationship challenges, addiction challenges, and we're thinking of mindfulness. Do I really want to be mindful of this? And this is where we get a chance to make a differentiation between the two types. So we need to slow down as a world, including David Essel. We need to slow down and be more mindful. What does that mean? I'm sitting in a chair right now and I can feel the chair. I'm staring at the camera and I can see the camera itself. The temperature in the room is pretty cool, which is why I have a long sleeve shirt on. So I'm in the moment right now. I'm very mindful. I am sending you more love than you could ever imagine, because what I've seen over the past 43 years of my practice is that this topic I'm talking about today is one of the most crucial ones we could ever learn to master. And it's very difficult to master it. The brain is so confused with so many different thoughts being bombarded by news and television and social media. It's really hard to be mindful. And to be mindful when you're eating. When you're in a car, it's almost impossible to mindfully eat, right? By the time we get to the destination, we go, oh my God, I can't believe I finished that sandwich. That's not mindfulness. Mindfulness would actually be pulling over the side of the road or sitting in the parking lot. And taking an extra 5 minutes to enjoy the sandwich, to enjoy the drink, to enjoy the salad. See, that's mindfulness from a positive perspective. Waking up in the morning, one of the most important times to be mindful. Open the shade, look outside. If it's raining, be grateful for the rain. If it's sunny, be grateful for the sun. If it's cold, be grateful for the cold. If it's hot, be grateful. See, this is mindfulness, where we're acknowledging things, but we're not going into judgment. If anything, we're going into a positive judgment. So this is all the positive side of mindfulness. When you're swimming in the water, to feel the water. When you're taking a shower, to feel the soap on your skin, washing your face, right? Like, this is mindfulness. When you get into bed, to feel the sheets and to feel the pillow, to take a big breath. This is all positive mindfulness. Now, if we look at the other side of mindfulness, this is where we get into trouble, right? So the other type of mindfulness is, what do we do when we have negative thoughts? How do we use mindfulness as a positive way to get out of rumination? How do we use mindfulness as a positive way to get out of judgment? And I'll be doing a video down the road about judgment. How do we use mindfulness to get out of a negative mindset that could be affecting relationships, our attitude, our health, or anything else? And the very first thing is going to be, just like with the positive side of mindfulness, we have to be aware that we're upset. Before we react, before we yell, before we give a response, before we give a smart aleck response, we have to be aware. This is being mindful. Wow, I've just been triggered. Wow, they said they were going to do this and now they're not going to. I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling frustration. I'm feeling all of these things, right? So this is mindfulness. From some people call it the negative, but really it's just all of life. We have to be mindful of all of life, because here's the key to mindfulness when it comes to something stressful. By taking that half of a second or a second and to realize we're triggered, and then all we do is go, thought. In other words, I'm being triggered. The thought that's going through my body is one of anger, resentment. They brought up a topic again that irritates me. But we don't respond, right? We just go, thought. And then the very next thing we do is we start to follow the breath in and out of the body to distract the mind from that painful trigger. So you breathe in and say the word in, and breathe out and say the word out. But we stay mindful in the moment, right? We're noticing that we're calming ourselves down. We're noticing, we're mindful that we did not respond with anger or sarcasm. We're noticing that we're disengaging from communication and conversations. We're not talking to certain people like we used to because it's brought up too much chaos and drama. So we use that mindfulness to go, oh, that's right. I'm going to be seeing so-and-so today. I've got to be on my best behavior. I've got to make sure that whatever he or she does or says, I will not get triggered by. I'll just go to myself, thought, and then I'll just start breathing so I don't say something to continue on the drama and chaos. Listen, this is a big thing. This is tough. A lot of us carry this from childhood. If I can help you at all learn that mindfulness for both sides, the positive and the challenges, oh my God, it makes the biggest difference in the world. Reach out to me at talkdavid.com. We work with people from all over the world for 43 years on these issues, as a matter of fact. And of course, there's 4 free books at talkdavid.com. Grab them as well. Until we meet again, I'm David Essel. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.